Look, either Merrick Garland steps it up or needs to step out. The Attorney General of the United States has done the most important thing is to protect the Constitution of the United States. He is failing right now, and he's failing because he wants to stick to some norms. There is no norms when there is an almost coup of this country. There are people out there that should be prosecuted, and Merrick Garland needs to be leading the team that does it. Right now, even the adjusting sentences that they're trying to hand out to the people that actually were caught, on January 6th in the Capitol are slaps on the wrist. So I don't know what Merrick Garland is thinking he's able to accomplish this, but he's showing true weakness in a moment when we need actually true strength.
Watch those tears.
Representative Ruben Galejo on fire! On fire! Merrick Garland, step up or out! Virginia, step up, vote! Get to the, look, I wear my blue wave shirt. Do it! Do it. We need some backup. We need some backup. Here she comes.
Jodie on the show.
Oh, you got a booster shirt. I want that top. I want that top. I like that top. Okay, give it to me. Yes. The boys would be very happy if you would take it off right now.
Please don't. Nothing really grows with Jodie on the show.
Well, if last week is any indication, there will be a blue wave because of the amount of blue balls from Jodie wearing her Batgirl costume with the really pointy nipples.
You have to wear a bullet bra with that.
I grew balls just to get blue ones, just for you, because it was so hot. And I've become more sexually fluid in that Travis's ass.
I know.
I've been obsessed with it all weekend.
It's a very nice one.
Wasn't it fantastic in his Nightwing costume?
Yes.
I mean, it was really.
That's why Batgirl used to date him.
Right.
I could barely breathe in that outfit.
Well, it was worth it. I kept dropping stuff. He'd bend over, pick it up.
No, you didn't, because if I would have bent over that thing, the ass would have ripped right out of that. That's how tight it was.
Hey, Jiggles, grab a pad. Pack that ass in here.
You should have seen me driving
We don't know.
here.
We don't know anymore, Jodie, whether it's sexual harassment, incest. I don't know what it is. It's something
weird,
icky, right?
It's just it's my fault. That's
I
all
frequently
I know.
notice what a hot body Chris and Travis have. I don't know what it means. Okay. Jodie Hamilton.
Yes.
Yes. Please report to me. Please report to me immediately. I don't understand how Bob Seska gets all the best stories. So on Halloween, I says, teeing you up for some great Carol Burnett, Bob Mackey stories. I was like, wow, Halloween must have been really something for you. And I said, right? Did you have to show up all the other kids because Bob Mackey did your costumes every year? And you just said, no, I didn't get to go trick-or-treating.
I didn't. I went 1 year.
Okay, but you didn't tell me the story. You told Bob the story about how your mom and Harvey Korman and Lyle Wagner all dressed up as Dracula and vampiras. And then
I was 3 or 4.
And Bob Mackey did the costumes for them. And then
and
you put Lyle Wagner in a tree on a pulley system.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me that story.
Well, you asked about me trick-or-treating. You didn't ask about my parents.
Just wanted the whole Burnett Halloween story.
I don't remember it. I was only like 3 or 4. I was in bed when they did that.
You said it was all 5-year-olds. That was a waste of a top comedic talent in America, for God's sake.
It was funny.
Did you sell tickets? The lines must have been
the lines were down the street as soon as word got out. It was like, they're crazy there. And if they were too young, their parents were allowed, but they were only allowed to come up all the way to the front door, 2 at a time. So
Lyle Wagner was in a Bob Mackey costume.
Well, he's in a tux
on a pulley system in your tree.
As far as the story goes, because I don't remember. I was like 3 or 4.
So he would pretend he's dead, and
he
then
was
the kids would come.
kind of hanging in the tree, and then as soon as they would walk by, I'd go,
oh, that's fantastic.
I did something like that on Sunday.
What did you do?
I was dressed as Lily Munster, and I had a pink sparkly mask on.
Yes.
Because, she's
As
glamorous.
You do. Sure.
And so I was just sitting on our bench in the front, on our porch, in the front, with a thing of candy next to me, just sitting very calmly.
Yeah.
And then kids would walk by and go, come up, and I'd be like, just one, right? So this group of children came up. The oldest, they were about 10 to 13, And so I hear these kids down the street go, "Ooh, there's a ghoul." So I'm just sitting very calmly. And they get right to almost getting to the dish with the candy, and I go, 1. And this one kid goes, "Oh my God, I thought you were a mannequin."
Right.
I'm like, yay!
Solid. Yay, scared the children.
Yay!
Oh, Brian May from Queen here, my neighbor, can confirm, because he's been here 30 years, that we don't get trick-or-treaters. Yeah. He could have piled on and said, "Oh, it must just be you, the creepy single lady. That why nobody on the entire street gets any trick-or-treaters."
Well, that's part of it.
Okay, thank you,
That
Doug.
is part of it. I mean, I've been on
neighbor
my
Doug.
street 28 years, and the first couple of years we got a lot because a lot of kids lived in the neighborhood, but now they all leave.
Eric Bowler got 1,300 until he ran out of candy.
That's too much. That's an expensive Halloween.
Eric Bowler is, he's obviously a kid magnet of some sort.
Well, look at him.
I guess
He's
kids
adorable.
love, here's what I found. Kids love really keen media criticism.
They do.
They love it. They
They're
lap it up.
smart.
They're like, "I would not like any candy. I would like to know your thoughts on the Build Back Better coverage."
On the New York Times.
Right.
He doesn't hand out candy. He hands out tips.
Paula Poundstone is all over my trick-or-treating situation. She tweets, Stephanie Miller at the Stephanie Miller Show says she does not get trick-or-treat. Fairly flat street, don't we? I don't know.
Absolutely. It's very easy to get to your house if they can get past us.
Right. Yeah. They're my gargoyles down there. Doug and Penny.
And you live at the bottom of the cliff that the witch fell
Okay.
off.
All right. Checking in with Paula's addiction while we're here. Paula says, "I can't stop listening to the Stephanie Miller Show. My addiction specialist suggested I take cooking class, so I'm involved with something else, but the Stephanie Miller Show is on so many platforms. I've been listening surreptitiously on my electric hand mixer." Addiction specialist didn't think of that.
Nope.
A lot of cooking you can listen on. So
Yep.
That's not helping. All right. Can I just start by saying Joe Manchin with the Ice Planet Hoth sideways with no lube. You don't get this kind of keen analysis elsewhere. However,
I don't remember Andrea Mitchell saying that yesterday.
I don't
on
either, yeah.
MSNBC.
Well, because she's Andrea
You didn't
Mitchell.
watch Lawrence last
You know
night.
why
'cause
she
he
doesn't
calmed
say
me
it?
down.
Because I shoved her up Chuck Todd's ass. So what she said was, sorry, Jodie?
Did you not? Lawrence O'Donnell calmed me down with the Joe Manchin thing.
Yes, I know, and so did Pramila Jaya. But God bless her. She's, you guys didn't. She was so magical at Seattle Sexy Liberal. No one knew who she was then, and I thought, oh my God, this is this kind of. It's like, did you see the guy that didn't want to wear a mask that threw himself on the floor of I don't know where it was, Walmart or something?
That's old. That's from last year maybe. But yes, I have seen that. Yeah.
Right. That's
Idiots.
Joe Manchin.
Yes.
And Pramila Jayapal is like, okay, the car's running. Just get up, get in the car. Gonna go home now. Right? So he's throwing a tantrum, and she's like, okay, there.
Yep.
Shh. I mean, this is the thing. I don't know what that was yesterday, right? I'm like, is he deliberately trying to make Democrats lose, like right before Virginia today, while Biden's overseas? Like, I don't know. Anyway, so he threw his tantrum, and Pramila Jayapal said, we are going to vote on these two bills, and we are going to get them done.
One thing that I think is odd on timing, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
Everything? Yes.
But Pramila Jayapal said that on Andrea Mitchell Reports, which was an hour before Joe Manchin came out and held that press conference.
Yeah.
So she had already said, we're voting on this.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Joe Manchin was doing.
I don't
he had
either.
already heard them say, look, we're going to
He may
vote.
not have.
We're
Who
gonna-"
knows? I mean, he may. Who knows? But
It made him look even more
it does.
stupid.
But then the
Right.
whole CBO thing has to score anyway. So
Right.
they're waiting no matter what. The CBO hasn't scored it yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal Senate procedure. He's just being like, hey, that's working.
Oh,
Yeah.
Note
Yes.
for callers right now.
Yes.
Krista's internet is out, so I'll be screening calls during commercial breaks. So if you're calling right now, we're going to put you on hold, and you're going to sit there until the commercial break.
Right. Okay, so Joe Manchin, who is the one playing political games, I don't know. Can you just, I can't, this is why I'm wearing the blue
Yeah.
wave shirt today. Please, Virginia, vote. And please, let's make Manchin and cinema irrelevant. Please, that is my dream, that no one puts a microphone in his face ever again, because no one cares.
The political games have to stop.
What?
Twice now, the House has balked at the opportunity to send the BIF legislation to the President. As you've heard, there are some House Democrats who say they can't support this infrastructure package until they get my commitment on the reconciliation legislation.
Right.
It is time to vote on the BIF bill, up or down, and then go home and explain to your constituents the decision you made.
Yeah,
You can't trust
too.
him in cinema as far as you can throw him. The only thing I trust is Pramila Jayapal saying, I trust the president.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I trust Pelosi.
And so did Ro Khanna. He said the same.
Yeah, Ro Khanna. And he said that late last night
Yeah.
on Lawrence. Yeah. Oh, you're the same MSNBC nerd that I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's when I'm watching my
Is he-
Jeopardy.
I posted a picture of Colonel Steve last week. I'm like, this is our favorite game. Him watching me watch MSNBC. He's just like, really? Still? Okay. Isn't this the second airing of Rachel? Can we go to bed? Something?
You stayed up late last night.
No, right? What's up with me? Yes, he all but dashed hopes yesterday for quick votes on Biden's domestic agenda, saying he would not endorse the $1.85 trillion dollar social policy and climate package without ample time to consider the economic and fiscal
CBO.
ramifications. Right, correct, Jody. Thank you. Okay, so that threw a little cold water. Do we have a splash sound effect? Threw a little cold water on the right, because we were saying today was going to be the vote.
I have a question for Joe Manchin.
He's that annoying person in the back of the car.
I have a
It's just,
question.
can we stop again? I have to go to the back. I told you to go before we left. Yes.
So he's worried about things being added to the debt and the deficit.
Right.
The infrastructure package adds to the debt. The Build Back Better, the bigger package,
Thank
does
you.
not add to the debt.
Thank you. Jen Psaki, who, God love her, dropped a Psaki bomb. She said the legislation being finalized in the House met Mr. Manchin's demands that the plan would address inflation. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian May.
You said sake bomb.
Oh, wow.
You said
You know,
it.
can I just say Brian May from Queen is like Reggie Jackson in Naked Gun. Once you activate him, like, don't say Hitler, because then he just plays Hitler.
You said Queen.
All right, I said Queen. Yesterday I just said Trump, and he played the statement from the office of the president. I was like, no, I don't, that's it, not. You are being hyper competent. Stop it. We're used to Chris. Don't do that.
He's the Rain Man of audio clips.
Okay. Yes, Jen Psaki says it would address inflation, create jobs, and is fiscally responsible. She said the plan the House is finalizing meets those tests. It is fully paid for. It will reduce the deficit. It brings down costs for health care, child care, elder care, and housing, she said, adding, as a result, we remain confident that the plan will gain Senator Manchin's support.
Yep.
So Manchin's remarks came just as progressive Democrats had dropped their demand that the Senate pass the reconciliation bill before they would agree to vote on the infrastructure bill. That made it more likely that rebels will insist on a firm commitment from Manchin and Sinema before moving forward. It's like he is deliberately trying to this up, right?
Mm-hmm. I
understand why they don't trust them as far as they can throw them. Manchin and
Same.
Sinema, right?
Same.
Right.
I'm just like, oh God, is this the finale of this? That they both vote against it and then turn Republican? Like, I don't know what the end of this is.
Don't say that.
Oh my God.
I don't think they would.
They're powerless as Republicans.
Exactly.
I know, but it's just, you're like, what is their game here? I mean,
Yeah.
I think what they're going on is that they gave private assurances to the President of the United States. So, but I don't know why they're playing this game in public. I'm torturing Jody with more Manchin because I love her the most.
I've worked in good faith for 3 months.
No, you have not.
You have
For the
not.
past 3 months with President Biden, Leader Schumer, Speaker Pelosi, and my colleagues on the reconciliation bill, and I will continue to do so. For the sake of the country, I urge the House to vote and pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill. Holding this bill hostage is not going to work in getting my support for reconciliation bill.
Can you imagine playing Battleship with him? You just know that he would cheat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, Miss, you just see him move his boat. Okay. All right, so we will calm you. That just got you hyped up, and now I will calm you with Pramila Jayapal when we get back. Oh, also, we have the awesome...
Brenda Lawrence.
Yes, the awesome Brenda Lawrence representative that we've had before, who's
Yes.
fantastic. Who can tell us... I am very excited about the stuff that's in there for elder care. Giving
Yeah.
Kids, I don't give a... I don't have any. I don't care. But...
You should care.
I do. I care about all of this, Jody.
Children are the future.
They're the future.
Society. Yes, they are the future. All right, so we'll get to all that. It's all good stuff. 20 minutes after the...